What's up, guys? Taco here. New startup. Let me know in the comments what you think about it. Today, I want to talk about the big news. I want to talk about the big fish that is Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor is in such an interesting spot. He's the biggest star in MMA by far. Multi-millionaire, probably billionaire at this point. He has incredible amount of skill when it comes to making money, when it comes to gaining attention. But this recent skit he's been on is concerning to me. Starting with the Ariel Warney interview. That interview was tragic. It was him clearly on a bender, talking shit. He talked worse than I talk. That takes talent. But he was swearing his sentences, talked about he was training 2 days, 3 days, 4 days a week, a day. Like, it was that bad. Now, I'm not gonna pretend and just completely put Conor under the bus. Absolutely. He has the potential to be a champion. He's a two-divisional champion for a reason. We all know this. But it's the hunger that I question. His last win was against the decline Cowboy Cerrone. We all know this. But when you think about his comeback and you think about what he possibly could do against Chandler, it's an interesting fight. Chandler is a wild fighter. We see him win, we see him lose. He can easily get clipped by Conor. But my question is, what is Conor fully committed? Are we gonna see a 2016 Conor McGregor? Most likely not. Are we gonna see the Cowboy Conor? Maybe. That was incredible against a declining opponent. But this is a good test to see if he's still a top guy. I think he instantly will get a title shot with the win with Michael Chandler. And I'm with you on that. I don't think it makes sense, however it makes money. If he comes in, starches Michael Chandler, the UFC would be in a position to refill the Khabib rivalry with Makhachev, which would create multiple pay-per-view buys. Now, with Conor in particular, the injury is a serious question. I want to know if that's going to linger or not. Those leg kicks are new to MMA. When he was in it, it wasn't like it is now. 2016, it was a small technique that wasn't used as a primary technique. You look at Edson Barboza, he's him before. You look at Dustin Poirier, Justin Gaethje. All these guys recently brought the leg kicks back into play. But if Conor can somehow come back with that left hand, if he can bring in something different that we don't know, this could be an interesting fight. I mean, regardless, we're all going to be watching. But he needs to calm down on the partying. He needs to calm down on the drinking and the other stuff that we can't say on YouTube. Very likely he was on the other stuff during that Ariel interview. But with me, I do want to see him fail. I don't want it to be a tragic end to his career. I think most likely it will be, though. You know, Michael Chandler fights pretty stupid. I think he's gonna fight really smart. I think he's gonna come in technical. I think he's gonna use the wrestling, use close range techniques. But if we could see the Conor from before, the Conor that knocked out Elton, that finished Chad Mendes, went on a historic run. This is an interesting fight. With Conor, we haven't seen him fully committed to the game for a while. He even said his inactivity has been holding him back, which is clear as day. I think him fighting once a year is really damaging his career. I think the end of Conor is a tragic one if he doesn't bounce back. He really, really needs this win. I don't think it's being stated enough how cutthroat this is. Obviously, he's gonna make money. He doesn't need the UFC. The UFC needs Conor at this point. But what I want to see is a serious interview from him. I want to see an interview where he's not on all these substances, where he's not fighting with Woody on Twitter. Which, by the way, Woody would maul him. He's 3 times the size. In a street fight, that's not a competitive fight. But anyways, maybe we see the Conor from before. Maybe I'm wrong, and he's actually committed. But who knows? Let me know what you think in the comments down below about this Conor, about this fight. Like, subscribe, comment. What do you think about this setup? I'll try and think of video ideas. And yeah, some tactical. Later.